said, make sure you do your mic. Miss Ruth says, you forgot your mic again. Good morning. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
This is
Ruth
and Tom.
from
Ruth and Tom Philippine Adventures. Did I do that right? I think I did. Good morning, everybody. Tom Philippine Adventures. I thank you for coming on today.
Devil Down.
Devil Don, Pencil 10. How you doing?
Judy Fisher.
Judy Fisher. Good morning.
Chi Kevin Nash.
Chi and Kevin. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Lagaya.
Scoot.
Scoot B.
Jack Redmond.
Jack Redmond. Good morning. There we go. Good morning. There we go.
Mark and Ning.
Mark and Ning. Good morning, Mark. How are you doing this morning? I'm getting my little machine here fixed, and I don't know what I'm doing, honestly.
June. Joe Barnes.
Good morning. Let's see.
Lori Lily Tass. Good morning.
Morning. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. I got it fixed now. I'm Mark King. Good morning. Devil Don. Mark and Ning. Good morning all this morning. Charles Suckstack. Good morning. Let's see here. Make this a little bit bigger. Let's see here. There we go. I don't know if that works, but we're just going to give it a whirl. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Mark King. Good morning.
Morning, Mark King. How is everybody doing today? Let's see here. Let me fix my little thing here. There we go. We're constantly moving this thing around. So how is everybody today? Welcome. We get everybody. Got Kevin Nash. Did we got everybody, darling? Scoot, Kevin Nash, Scoot, T-Day, good morning, Chi. If I missed Mark and Ning, Lagaya, good morning, T-Day, Jack Redmond, good morning again, Mark and Ning, good morning, Kevin Nash, Devil Don, Pencil 10, Judy, Mark King, Devil Don,
Dapper.
Yep, Dapper Don. There are three, what did he say yesterday? Judy Fisher, Tom. You guys have your morning clothes. You have your morning clothes on. Get it. Morning. Yes. Good morning and morning. Yeah, exactly. We have our morning clothes on. I said, what color? She said, orange. Then she goes, black. I said, okay.
We talk among ourselves 30 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes. Yeah, I started early. You know what? No reason. I came in here, honestly. We got up at 7 o'clock this morning, and I said, I'll just start that.
Whoop, whoop.
Christian, good morning. How you doing this morning? Ruth, what is the short show about today?
Winging it.
She knows.
Winging it.
She remembered. Winging it.
Winging it.
Everybody's made fun of me yesterday on some streams. Says, Tom, what pot of coffee are you on? I said, pot number 3. It's really the same pot. I just never did finish it. Got talking too much yesterday. So winging it here in the Philippines.
Do you think we will need the heat tonight, Julie?
Oh, I bet you will. What is it, 10 Celsius? You're going to need the heat. Honey, you know 10 Celsius is very cold. Now imagine, we get it at 23, 24 Celsius here, and you guys are looking for blankies. Right? Can you imagine 10 Celsius?
I'm looking for 3 blankets.
Yeah, RR would be walking around like Eskimo. Yeah. Eskimo means they have like layers and layers and layers on.
Mark Enning said, Filipinas are the best at winging it.
They are.
Winging it.
Yeah, winging it.
It's difficult. Winging it.
Wing. Say wing.
Winging it.
Winging it. You know, it's because you have those words that you don't. No. And you guys say those words with it, and I can't do that, but I'd say winging it.
Winging it.
Say it 3 times fast.
Winging it.
Oh, actually, it's good. Winging it. You're singing it good. You know, there are certain words that even in English I can't say.
Don, we sure needed it this morning. My grandkids wake up and their little teeth
Chattering.
chat.
uh, I tell you what, I remember so cold, your teeth chattering or frigid. I remember one time I went to the store for groceries, and I was in Buffalo, New York, and I come out, and it was snowing, as it always snowing. I come out, I don't know how long I was in there. I don't know, hour, I don't know. Anyway, I come out, I couldn't find my car. And I was pushing. I go. You couldn't see. All white, covered. The snows are covered. Car covered. All you see is white. I go. You're kidding. I think I remember parking here. So I remembered then. I said, from now on, remember exactly where you park. Exactly. Everybody's shoveling the snow.
Those are supposed to be above 43 low overnight.
Oof.
Christopher Beecham.
Good brother,
Good
Christopher. Good morning.
morning.
How you doing this morning? Supposed to be about 43. I tell you what, that's chilly. That's chilly. To me, it's chilly. Anything
Chilly,
under
chilly.
60 to me is chilly. It'll get down to 58, 59 here. Not all the time. Certain days. Depends if it rained overnight. You wake up in the morning, it'll be a little chilly. As you know, the dew and the humidity. Depends on the humidity here.
But Florida never.
It did. It did. You're right. It was. They have their winter in Florida, but it lasts maybe 30 days. But it was never really. It's cold. It gets cold there. I'm not saying it doesn't get cold. It gets cold, but it's early in the morning and to about noon it warms up really hot, and then it may get cold that night. But I have seen it snow in Florida. People said no, no. It's snowed. It's actually snowed in Florida. It didn't stick, but it snowed. And I tell you, I remember there in Central Florida, it's snowing, and people out in the street. It was the neatest thing.
They said that we don't have heat and yet still have AC on, but of course it's not kicking on since we're still using AC even if it's cold.
Yeah, some they have heat pumps in them. Some have
Yeah,
heat
yeah,
pumps.
yeah.
I like that one. Believe it or
My
not, that came with a
employer
heater.
use the
I ain't turning it
air
on.
con of heater like that.
Yeah, I ain't turning it on. But I tell you what, yesterday I'm going, what's wrong with my aircon? I just had it cleaned. Remember? I don't know. All of a sudden, it just was kind of like, but it's kicked in now. It's working fine. But I don't know what was wrong with it.
Even as the snow gets cold and dry, that it's quick, and your nose hairs freeze.
Yeah, yeah, your nose hairs, they do. And you know what gets me is the concrete looks fine, but you step on its ice. You slide. You don't know how many times I've fallen down. Not paying attention. But see, I wasn't from that area. I was from an area that's always warm. I was always in the southern part of the states.
Carol M, good morning.
Yeah, Carl, good
I
morning.
heard my winter is nice here in Michigan.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. We're doing well. Carol? How is Carol Montgomery? Is that who that is? It is.
Carol Montgomery.
Yeah, Carol Montgomery. Carol Montgomery. Good morning, Carol.
Let's have some breakfast. Lanzones and rambutan, no rice. Oh, that's not good breakfast, by the way.
What, Lanson?
Lanzones and rambutan because it's acidic.
Oh, acidic. But it's time of the year for Lansunis, and it's time for Rapitan, right?
That's not good for breakfast.
Ah, yeah.
Because it's acidic.
We had.
You'll get sick.
This is the second day in a row, and which is abnormal, believe it or not. Second day in a row we had cake. We don't normally eat cake in the morning, but today we had it because it was a rush breakfast. Huh?
Not really cake, man.
What is that?
Just side dish, that one.
Yeah, apple. We had apples and cake. Carol M, good morning. Davo again. How's Brother Christopher doing?
Well, Carol and
No, it's Carol Montgomery. Remember, she come on a stream. She hadn't been on in a long time. Carol, how you been? How's things with you? Are you doing good? Carol's always on our streams for a long time.
But it's set on 72 degrees.
72 degrees. Okay,
So it's
okay.
heater na?
Yeah, the 72 is fine. I remember though, I would set mine on 60 and I'd be freezing to death. I said, I'm turning it up. I don't care what it is. But it gets cold. You get up, people don't really realize, even in Carolinas and northern Georgia and Tennessee, it can snow and get cold. I mean, snow. Like, a foot of snow on the ground.
What
Easy.
area
2 foot.
is the most like always snow?
Upper.
LA?
No, up there where they're at. Up, well, I say up. Davidoff may not get as much snow as they do in Buffalo, but up there by Niagara Falls, all that area gets a lot of snow. Always snow. Their winters are 9 months, maybe something like that. 10 months, 8 months. It depends. It depends. It's changed. It changes a lot. I'm not feeling well today, brother Christopher. Brother Christopher, man, be safe. I understand. There, hang in there. Hang in there. It's a prayer for you.
Long time I'm get. Carol said, Rose, are you doing your facial exercise?
Your what? Facial exercises? You doing facial exercise, darling? No. My wife, Carol, I'm glad you're doing good, and thank you for coming on. And thank you so
Cold and
much.
NY tonight.
Cold and NY.
New York.
Uh, um,
She's in New York.
yeah. Yeah. She's up there. Yeah. Um, good morning, Carol. Again, T Day. Good morning again.
I'm not feeling too different.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. I tell you, there's nothing worse
Take
than that.
some rest.
Scoot. I think Scoot's here somewhere. Scoot here. Yeah.
He's
Scoot's.
calling China.
He's calling China. Yeah.
He's busy.
He started his new job. He says he's janitor. I don't think he's a janitor there. He's teasing, joking, but I don't think he's a janitor there. It doesn't matter if he is or isn't. If he is, that's fantastic. Nothing wrong with that. I remember back in the day, I wanted to be janitor. Give me the job, please. I was janitor one time for quite a few years there when I first started work, and didn't mind it. And as you know, if you own a business, you're a janitor, you're a plumber, you're an attorney, you're all the above. If you own a business, you're everything. So
55 Fahrenheit here in Jersey. Ay.
55 Fahrenheit. Wow. I tell you, here it says it constantly. We're from 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It will get up, 85, 87, 89, 91 Fahrenheit.
If it's cold weather, you don't like to get up, right?
No.
You always wants to be in the blanket.
Yeah. Cover up in a blanket and sleep. Some of the best sleep I ever had
I don't know,
was I was in
maybe
Buffalo.
your body is tired.
Yeah, your body gets. I don't know what it is. It makes you lethargic or something.
Every time winter there in Hong Kong, I don't want to work, but I have to get up.
Well, do you ever notice, like, we go outside and we work and stuff in the yard, and then we come in the house, we get the air con in here. What do?
Really, but if it's always
They want to take
cold, it's different.
Yeah, if it's always cold, you're right. You get underneath them warm blankets, and you get in there all cuddled up, and you got to get out, and your little footsies touch that floor, and it's ice cold. Woo! You're doing a dance. You and R would not last. Filipinas would be freezing to death.
They giving us a jacket, but don't rush. It's here into winter.
Yeah, Jack. Yeah, wintertime. You guys, I saw the temperatures change when I was doing it. I spelled Manila wrong. I put
Manila. It's a little bit colder when it's coming like September, November. The weather is changed.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
Makoto Hasabi, good morning.
Makoto, good morning, sir. Welcome,
Carol said, I'm disappointed. April has come and gone, and I'm still not here in the Philippines.
Who said that?
Carol.
Yeah, Carol. I know, Carol. Isn't that something?
I'm still not in the Philippines.
You know what, Carol? I've noticed that. There's so many that just want to come and can't come home, and got to see their hubbies or be with their kids, be with their family. I mean, I think she's on here. She had to wait a long time before she got home, right? Like a few months, 6 months.
Waiting for the plane.
Yeah, you're waiting for the plane and waiting to get here.
Too many.
And it's still a hassle.
That are still waiting for the.
I think Mars is too, right? Isn't Mars? Yeah. Mars waiting to come home and she can't. Dapper dog.
I don't know about you, but I'm welcoming the cooler weather.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of people that miss the snow. In other words, there are guys that come here with their families and
Ito nga,
come back
ganda.
here and visit and say, "Hey, I'm going back where the snow is. I miss the snow." Some people miss the snow. Now, what it is, you go through so many years digging out of the snow, and but you know what? There's nothing like a good snow during the holiday. There's nothing like a good snow during the holiday time. And what I mean by that is Christmas, Thanksgiving. It's the first snow, I think. For me, it was the first snow. And no matter what, even in Florida, I miss that. I miss that snow. You got to have the snow, and it's something that is something for me. It makes that uh, Christmas spirit or that feeling. It's not the gifts and give away the gifts. It's that internal feeling that warmth of family that gives you during that time. For me, it's that warmth of saying, "Oh, I see my family, my brothers, my cousins, my sisters, my sons, you see everybody, and it gives you that feeling of like, wow, it's like the feeling you get around your sisters. I always tease her about her sisters. She gets around her sisters, and they just have such the best time in the world. And it's like if you're away from your sisters, when you came back home, oh, W, how did you make you feel?
You feel good.
Yeah, that feeling, right? Like, oh, there's my sisters. Oh, you changed. Oh, you got fatter. And they tell each other, oh, you got fat. You know how sisters do. Oh, you really got fat. And they tease each other all the time. My mother would tell me, oh, Tom, you're not eating too much. You got fat. Or oh, last time I saw you were fat. Now you're thin. You need to eat more. I was never.
You've never been a thin.
Yeah, I was thin one time when I was in third grade. No, I'm kidding. No, I graduated high school at 145 pounds. Stayed that way a long time.
Jack Urban. Yes, I'm hearing it. It's gonna be cold one, Kevin. Winter. Winter start December 21st. BT, good
Good
morning.
morning, BT. Good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
Sorry you're not feeling well, Christopher. I'll
Yeah,
keep you in
yeah,
the prayers. Better days ahead.
yeah. Better days are ahead. Yes, yes. Makoto Husby. Good morning again.
Tao,
BT. Good morning.
supposed to get 80 here in southern Michigan this
Oh,
week.
this week 80 degrees. Actually, that's a heat wave for you guys, right? Michigan gets some cold weather too, man. They really get cold weather there. Marketing.
I hope we have some cold night in Michigan, Jack Redman. I'm already for
Ice fishing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just
you love that.
excited.
Hey, Mark.
Make a hole.
Yeah. Ruth would be right there with you, man. I tell you what, her and Ning, I would probably be with Ning, and she would be with you fishing. Does Ning like to fish? So that'd probably we'd be over there sitting there warm while you guys fish. Or at the house.
We are together for an evening ice fishing trip. Ay.
Yeah, that's fun. What they do, you seen them where, depending on where they go. Kevin's probably done this, where they bring the hut onto the pond, the lake or the pond, the big pond, and on that lake they'll bring these huts, and then they'll stay in that, keep warm and everything. Some are really nice, some are not. Some are just for walls and nothing, but some got them really nice, man. They're like a house.
Only Jim made it to see Rose.
Huh?
Only Jim, fly here.
Oh, only Jim
Yeah.
fly here to see Rose. Good morning, Jim and Rose. How you doing, Mr. Jim? I know Jim couldn't wait to get here. I tell you what, Jim, it was. I'm glad you're here finally. Oh, I thought you said Jim.
Kevin said
Oh,
only
Kim.
Jim.
Oh, Kevin. Okay.
Here, something else.
I'm something else, she says. Yeah, amen. And so is my wife something else. Amen.
I'm over in Delton, Hangstein area.
Where's it at point? Huh? Sturgis. Oh, Jack Redmond. I'm here in Delton, Hastings area. Okay. Delton, Hastings. Okay. Jack, good morning again. Let's see. Not so far north, Marketing is saying. Ohio East, Ohio South. He was hotel a week in Manila, I believe, Kevin Nash. Yeah, yeah. He spent 16 hours in quarantine.
Judy, he made him last week. Jamie, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's in quarantine 16 hours, then they
Then he got
released.
out and whatever. He's doing well. He was on the stream yesterday, on our stream yesterday. He was doing well. I didn't. I don't think I've talked to him on email, but I have talked to him.
Yeah, I'm wearing sweater up. It's cold here, man.
It's cold here, man. What do you mean it's cold here, man? Are you cold in here now?
Mm.
Are you? Is it cold in here?
I always cold.
Are you
even if it's 23.
cold now? Are you really cold now?
I'm always looking for my blanket.
She loves her blanket, though. You get her blanket, she's set. She loves her blanket.
If my blanket is not there, the other one, the black one.
Yeah, and I tell you what, we gotta get another black one because that black one's got a couple little holes in it.
Or either if it's not, it's towel.
Yeah, towel. Yeah, a bath towel fills her. No, I'm teasing. No, a towel. Usually a towel too. I'm folding her clothes yesterday. I said, which ones are this? Is this yours or ours? Ours got to grow up because they're the same size. Ruth is smaller. So she goes, that's mommy's. I go, okay. So I'm not kidding you guys. It's only like this big. It's that big. It's like mine take up the whole wash machine. Hers is so little. She could probably do all her laundry in one load. There's probably 10 outfits in there. Like kids. I'm joking.
He was in Hotel Wake Seminole Evelyn.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm cold.
You're wearing a sweater. Yeah. Honey, it is a long sleeve. It looks like a sweater. But it's a blouse.
It's a jacket.
It is 23 Celsius in here. I said it. But it's of course it's perfect for me. RR is perfect. She's all right. She's over playing with a box. She will get blanket. Yeah. You look like blanket. You know what? I got to say this to my wife and daughter. They sang some songs for me. They sang like, I don't know, 4 or 5 songs for me, and they went in the room and sang the songs. And when they went to put them online, the internet was messed up, so the internet was bad. And not only that, they sang something. They had an ice rink where we were at in CDO last year. And we'll get her a sheet or blanket or whatever.
Get easy filtered clean must be nice in there. Yeah, they cleaned last week.
Yeah, they cleaned last week. Cost me $14, and they cleaned it, and they did an excellent job. And usually they do really. It was hot outside, guys. I mean, we're talking hot. You go out the door, it's like hitting a wall of hot air. And aircon, I thought yesterday something wrong with it, but it's running fine. It's running fine. It was just hot.
Mark Ning is neutral on ice fishing. She loves ocean fishing in Florida. I have a portable insulated tent and heater, but at the unit is much.
Oh, I see. Okay. Just do it out in the open.
Ice shanty heater normally.
Yeah, ice shanty. Yeah, the ice shanty. Breaking BT saying, let's see.
Marking said, Tom, you know everyone talking about how cold it's here and there is wish the weather in the Philippines, and where I'm in September, it's almost over. I'm still dealing with temperature 100 still. That's so hot.
It is hot. Yeah, where he's at, it's hot.
Live stream offline.
No? Okay. How is the
Michael and Heidi, good morning.
Good morning, Michael and Heidi. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Whoop.
Sorry about the looks like I spoke too soon on the.
Breaking out the blanket tonight.
I'm breaking out the blanket tonight. I would too.
Be right back.
Okay.
Today we make snow for kids, some from ice and ice skating rink inside, then put in a big pile outside for kids to play like a real snow. Come from a machine that makes ice most to shake.
Yeah.
Have to in Cagayan de Oro, remember?
Yeah,
ice?
we had fun. Good morning, Lagaya.
It's rolling, huh?
Oh, Mark King is rolling. Mark King. Oh, sorry about that.
You guys are wrong hemisphere.
Huh, Christopher B? You guys are on the wrong hemisphere.
in the southern hemisphere and warming up. You don't like the southern hemisphere and your weather updates is opening your live stream.
Hey, I tell you what, yeah, and you know what? I was looking at that, and I was looking at 10 Celsius in New York City,
Belpret.
Belpret, Chicago, and I was looking at the temperatures. So, boy, I tell you what, and then of course here in Asia, in Thailand, in Beijing, and some of the places. What happened?
It's rolling man.
No, it's not rolling. Okay, I have all of them off, honey. All of them off. So let's see, Michael and Heidi. Hello, Mark. He said, and he actually have winter screen season. 20 years ago, I used to scrape the frost off my window in the morning. Heat Island with all the people there now. I tell you what, there are times I'm looking for something to scrape with. They say use your credit card. Yeah, okay. Right. No way. Judy, well, I loved it. We were all loved it in the snow. Hope we can do it again one time. I brought so much joy to all of us, even when there are not real snow. Yeah, I tell you what, kids love fun. You guys probably don't remember. You guys remember? I'm going back in the day. Water Wiggle. You remember a product called Water Wiggle? The water, brother Christopher T Day. Here. No, it's not. Here we go. Judy Fisher, T Day. Then you would love our winters. Yeah. U.S. making snowmen, snow angels, catch you snowflakes on your tongue. Yeah. When I lived not long ago, 101 in Bell, it snowed there too. Yeah. Yeah, add Sydney, Australia to the weather update, Brother Tom. I will. I'll add that on there. The car dealerships there on one on the left side, you get off from 101. Hello, Miss T Day. Yeah, in fact, what we had, it was called the Water Wiggle, and we would put that in a yard out in Arizona. And we, as kids, we would play with that, and that was the most fun. That joy would give the kids around the neighborhood doing that, and of course that's summertime fun. Wintertime fun, we would have snow. It would sometimes not. It would snow some, quite a bit, up in the mountains there, Prescott. You get higher up, like towards Flagstaff, it really would snow. But most of the time, we didn't have a lot of snow. It never really snowed too much, too bad. Uh, it was something that was enjoyable. Something you could really enjoy. Um, I remember the water spoon and slide exactly, and I tell you what, Kevin, we had a lot of fun with it. As a kid, we would have that, and we would just have fun with that. And something as simple as just attaching a water hose to another water hose. The inventor of that made millions. It had to make millions on that. I think it was a Whammo product. Remember that Whammo? Boy, I can remember stuff like that, but I can't remember my name. Mark King, Tom, I remember when Slip and Slide first came out, they had one of those. Yeah, it was. I think the Water Wiggle came with the Slip and Slide. We had so much fun with that. It was something that was really enjoyable. What we did was it was something that we really had a lot of fun with. It was something that I really enjoyed anyway. Uh, but I noticed a lot of times here, uh, they 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 could have that. They don't have that available. Kids, honestly, they just play throwing sticks. They throw slippers in a ring. Um, there's no baseball. They have basketball, but there's really no baseball because kids can't afford the gloves. There's not really any stickball. They don't play a lot of dodgeball or anything like that here. Also, they don't play a lot of that stuff, and I don't know. I don't know if it's not been taught in school. They play some badminton, but not everybody can afford the badminton. They play. There's no there. They do play tennis. There are tennis teams, but not everybody has a tennis racket and balls to play tennis. They play golf here. They got some great courses here, but same. It's a select, few and far between. There are, I think, there are some places where there's not a lot that kids can do unless they sit in the street and play in a puddle of water, or they find a stick and an old tire or something to play with, and they'll do that. There's not really any swings. They don't swing. I would put an old tire in a tree with a big old heavy chain or rope and let them swing, but they don't do that here. I'm talking about where I'm at. I'm not seeing it anywhere else either, and where I've been in the time I've been here. I don't see a lot of excitement that way. They'll play in the street, play tag. They play games like that, which is fun. You know, kids love to play tag. If you go on the internet, make sure you go on that one in that room, Mark. It should be working. Okay. Christian Martin's is saying, yeah, we were too poor. Just get out the trash bags. Michael and Heidi, I know. Yeah, that was a Christmas gift. Let's see here. I remember when Slip and Slide first came out. I remember it too. It's nice. The first winner is a novelty for Ning. A novelty for Ning. Miss Judy work is standing while eating, but break again later. Yeah. Let's see here. Hold on, I missed a lot of things here. There's a lot of things here. Hold on, I missed so much. Okay, hold on. I don't even know where I'm at here. I need my wife here. Mark, Phoenix usually have a winter season. 20 years ago, I used to scrape the frost on my window. Mark, I remember working in Metro Center years ago and it snowed for one day. I love your winters here in the U.S. making snowmen and snow angels. I will add Sydney, Australia. No worries about that. Come to Norway and play in the snow when it's minus 36 Celsius outside. I remember water wiggle, spoon and slide. Yeah, exactly. I remember. I think I'll do a what is that live stream after you. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. BT. Yeah, that'd be fine. The first winter is normally for Ning. Nothing. It's snow the first time, making snow angels. Now it's this move to Florida. Okay, slip and slide. Here you go, honey. Christian, it seems cold. Here, read that. Right there, Tess. Get some coffee here.
Christian, it seems cold here where you are. Sometimes should show on live stream and stove where you put on woods. What do you call that? Michael and Heidi, we're too poor for slip and slide. We just use trash. You balik-balik naman this one.
Well, it's not balik, but I can't find out where I lost my place. I was jabbering on there for a minute about the water wiggle and things like that, and slip and slide. Okay, next one then. T-Day. Wintertime. Yeah, it can be harsh wind. Yeah, very cold there where Christian's at, for sure. Frozen.
Bill
But
back in 70s, you could buy a kid's science kit that had real plutonium and uranium samples in it. Now it's one of the rarest toys in the world.
Bill Pruitt, I remember playing with that too. I had a science kit. It came with the rocks and it came with all kinds of stuff. And I remember how popular that was. And I happened to get one at Christmas. I got a microscope at Christmas and a telescope one time, at different times, of course. And I got a electronics build-a-kit where you can actually make your own radio. And so I was really into that, and I could actually do it. I did okay with it. You could make a radio. You could send Morse code, learn Morse code.
Mm-hmm. Dede, where is JJ? JJ is talking to his girlfriend.
Ah, okay.
This time.
Oh, yes, okay. JG's talking to his girlfriend.
Kevin Ash.
Kevin Ash, good morning. All right.
Working time. Just think now, if you get a slip and slide now for your kids, someone would call the police and you would slide abuse.
Exactly. Mark, exactly. There was a time though, all the kids would be in the neighborhood would be on that slip and slide. I mean, everybody would be on that thing. It's actually just imagine a long trash bag. It go from here to the fence.
Daddy,
You add water to it and slide.
if you do that one now, neighbor will go to the what's that? This WD.
DSWD. Yeah.
Ay, they already know it. He didn't know it.
Slip and slides, child abuse. You're right.
People in the Philippines have blown sprinklers.
Yeah, lawn sprinklers. Yeah, they're lawn sprinklers, all right. Human. Yeah, they're not even. There's not any lawn sprinklers. One of my American friends put in a system.
We used to open the fire hydrant and kids to call off in shower.
The fire hydrants. Remember doing that, Davidan? Opening them up. We didn't have one where we're at, but I tell you what, there was kids. There was one on the corner of my house one time there, and on the street I lived on, and as a kid, they would open that up.
Dapper. So it was a Brooklyn when I was a kid. We'd seal up fire hydrants, spilling water, and all of the neighborhood kids would make a mad dash before the city workers shut it down.
Yeah, city workers be by there checking on that, right, Judy? Yeah.
Again, Marking. Leaving your kids alone at the neighborhood park now gets a parents and visit MCP. When I was young, I would ride my bikes 5 miles away from home and every day at like 10 years old.
10 years old. You know what? It was funny. We would ride our bikes to the park, and some of the kids didn't have them, and I would let them ride my bike. One time, one guy kept my bike for like a couple hours. I said, I lost my bike. I guess that kid took it. No, what had happened, he took off with it and rode it for a couple hours and brought it back, and I learned a big lesson. Don't loan your bike out. Because I can imagine me going home. And it was a Firestone bike. It was not only a bike, it was a Firestone bike, and it was a good bike. Remember Montgomery Ward and the Firestone bikes, guys? How about Sears? Sears, Montgomery Ward, and Firestone. Remember getting the Firestone? My dad bought that bike there. I'll never forget it. He must have paid a lot of money for that bike. Had a headlight on it.
Today, he's in a good hand. Yeah, JJ is in a good
Oh, yeah,
hand.
T-Day, JG's in good hands. Miss Chi Torres will take care of that one. Christian Martin, so let's see. Michael Honey. Mark King, John O report on this issue. Crazy. What did it say? John Tossel, did a report on this issue. Crazy. Yeah. Christian Martinson.
Marking John Stossel.
Yeah, John
Issue
Stossel.
crazy. Nice JG. Marking Michael and Heidi. When I was 10, my friend and I would be even hike to go someplace that's like 5 miles away.
Yeah, really?
5 miles away.
Yeah. Hitchhike. You know what? You know what hitchhiking is, don't you?
Mm-mm.
Car comes down the road. I need a ride. So you put your finger out like this. I need a ride.
Yes. I saw that one yesterday.
Yeah, you do this. Yeah.
What's that?
What's that? That means I need a ride.
Ah.
Give me a ride for free. I will not pay.
Here. You go like this to the van and they will kidnap you.
It's true. It's true.
You cannot do that one.
No, like I'm free and free and wait.
The van
Fancy.
like this. Oh, this money.
Yeah.
They will sell you.
Yeah. True. The guy did the girl. Davao. That's what happened in Davao. People wanted a ride and they sold them. Tried to sell them. They caught them. They caught them. You can't. That's the thing. You know, and that's the thing. Especially if you're a young girl or a young boy or a man or whatever, you got to be careful out there. If you need a ride to town, the best thing to do is just walk. Now the very first time though, get this, we have bicycles now. There are bicycles here where we're at in the Philippines for the very first time. This last year, there are people riding bikes. I never saw a bike before in the Philippines. Even in Manila, never saw a bicycle.
Bike.
They have them, but I never saw anybody riding them. I seen them at the store, but they came for the very first bikes were brought here. They may have them, nobody rode them, okay? Let me put it that way. Let me change that statement. There are bikes here in the Philippines. I never seen anybody ride them until last year. Let me put it that way. Takes care of that. Now, you go to China or anywhere else, or Taiwan or Beijing, Hong Kong, everybody's riding a bike. Here, they may have bicycles. I never saw anybody riding a bike. Probably because, I don't know why. They just never rode a bike. But now they're riding bikes. I see more people riding bikes. You even see them in town every once in a while. Not many.
Kevin said sprinkler is good for watering flowers. Ruth can turn it on 10 minutes and water all flower.
At one time.
Like have timer.
Yeah, a timer. It's you. You put a timer on it. But you know what? We could do a sprinkler system here. I just need the PVC and the pipe. I can do that.
When I was a kid in the desert, we didn't have a pool, so we'd fill a large trash bag with the water and it's cold.
You know what? We did the same thing. Sometimes we would take cold water and put it in some type of container and do that. Yeah, we did. Although they had them. The people had swimming pools, but so I was one of those guys. I never did. I never did have any friends that had a swimming pool. I never did have anybody that even had anything like that. I was always the type of person that I would want something like that, of course, but we never did have it. Now, back in the day, it was usually, there were kids, there's motorcycles and bicycles and go-karts and things like that. Motorcycles and go-karts was the big thing. A fun thing, because people love to get around water. Anytime there's heat and something, people will go to the water. That's the reason, like in New York, they would open up that valve on the fire hydrants and turn it on and spray the water out. The kids would be there swimming. That would be the fun. And with us, we would spray each other with the water hose. But when we got that water wiggle, man, we were really that thing out and put our swimsuits on. And what school today are? You got to answer all day or just one module?
If they will send another module in
she only has one module to do today. That's what it is. If she completes her modules before the designated time, a lot of times there's no school until the next teacher sends another one, or they send them. But what will happen eventually is so many people will eventually do that. All the modules come in at one time.
Okay, Tom, when I was a kid, I bought both my sister and I was what's that?
Schwinn bicycle, Stingray. Oh. A Schwinn Stingray bike is a high-end bike. That's like saying, the Hilux. The Hilux. People love the Hilux. The brand.
Rolling again.
No. Maybe at that time. I don't know. I don't think it is. But I have that on mute, so I don't know.
Telegraph in the California desert. My dad worked in the oil fields.
Bill Pruitt. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Sounds
oil,
like
man.
boiling water stream.
Boiling water and stream.
Rolling roller? Marking time, I guess run with your live stream. It's no spinning.
What?
It's making a joke. It's a spinning.
Mark King is saying, why is spinning? A lot different than okay, Bill.
We will message that guy that day.
Tom, I guess your luck ran out with your live stream. No spinning. Is it still spinning? That's okay. We're all right. We're online. Bill, I remember riding my bike as a kid and getting 2 blocks from home before my tires melted. Wow, Bill, that's hot. I remember as a kid, I said, Mom, they always say it's so hot. Can we fry an egg out there in the concrete? No! Don't waste one of my eggs out there in the concrete. But Mom, that's what they said. So I don't care. You ain't wasting one of my eggs. Did you ever have a slip and slide? I did, BT. That was the one I was talking about, a slip and slide. It came with a whammo. It came with a water wiggle, and then we had a slip and slide. It came with it. So kids would play with the slip and slide, and then they would have the water wiggle. But the slip and slide we had was only probably about 20 feet, I'm guessing. It could have been 10 feet for all I remember as a kid. You know how your memory goes. It could have been 10 feet. It was not long. We wanted it longer. And we tried to make it longer. It never did work. Like putting bags out there and trash bags. It never did work. The trash bags go with you. I remember my dad coming home, his yard all tore up because of that. And remember, you need to do it on grass. And where I lived, there was not a lot of grass. We only had a small patch of grass. And my father would water that grass just be religiously. He'd put gallons and gallons of water on there just so we'd have it because the sun would burn it up. My neighbor down the road put in the turf grass, and we would sometimes take and go down there. And he had a turf yard. No grass, it was turf. The green turf. Indoor-outdoor carpet. We have fun and stay cool. When you lived in a city where we were, no homes with pools. When I was a kid, dinosaurs still roamed the earth. That was a long time ago, probably different now. Exactly. Judy, you know what? The dinosaurs, and you rode a horse to school, right? That's
Horse.
yeah, I rode a horse to school. No, I did not. Yeah, I used to tell everybody I did, but I didn't ride no horse to school. That was back in the cowboy and Indian days, right? No, I walked to school 400 miles. As my father would say. Yeah, I walked to school every day. It was a long ways, man. It took us forever to get there. Well, when I went to his old homestead where he was born in that house, I said, where's the school that you grew up in? So we drove to it. I said, Dad, it's not even a quarter mile down the road, and you complained about it. You said you walked miles. He goes, as a kid, it seemed like miles.
Even football coaches are on the sidelines calling out play their headset with a mask on it still and covering their mouth when they play shit. I can't sleep. Read the call.
It was funny the other day. The coach had the mask down. I saw a game. It was a Steeler game. The coach had the dad mask down. He's calling the plays out. I guess he forgot to put it back up. And apparently he got notification, please put your mask back up because people are watching. And so he put it back up, and he went to call the play, and apparently they couldn't hear him again, so he's putting the mask back down. And the guy was talking to him. You could tell he had a problem between this and this communicating. And I saw that. I was laughing. I go, okay, it's going to take a while to get used to that. And thank goodness they don't have to wear masks. I don't know how they're getting away with the players and wearing the masks and things like that. I mean, that happens. And I think a lot of times what you have to do is you have to, they're just trying to figure this out. Even like here yesterday, they started back enforcing, they were kind of like enforcing it, but not enforcing it. You wear the mask and you wear a face shield. Well, if you have a mask on, you maybe don't have to wear a face shield, but bring it anyway. And if, no. But now they're enforcing it more because they just put an area by me here under quarantine again. So you have to, if I can still go out and still go to town, but they're under quarantine, they cannot. And it's not that far from me. So instead of putting all the area under quarantine, they're just putting the small areas into quarantine, and then they're watching who's going in and out. And that's probably the right thing to do if you think about it. Why, if the whole cart of apples and you have 10 it's bad, why do you want to punish all the other apples in the cart? I guess that's kind of a weird analogy, but it's true though. So here where I'm at, we don't have to. But if I go 3 kilometer, 5 kilometer that way, I will have to wear. I will have to get passes and go in and out, and where you're going and who you're going to see and how long you're going to be there, and A, B, C, D, E. So, okay, I don't. Let's see here. Mama's coming back here. Yeah, Bill Pruitt. Yeah, football coaches, you're right. Bill Pruitt, I had twin darts, quite possibly the deadliest toy I ever sold. But every kid wanted them. I love those twin darts. I love those darts. Those darts are really fun. Yeah, and you throw them. They had like, you could throw them in the ground. You throw them like that. You throw them in the air, and they spin on the ground.
Okay, I'm going to check her.
Okay. All right. Check R. All right, T-Day. I had lawn darts, quite possibly the deadliest toy ever sold. Yeah, I saw that today too, Kevin Nash. I got hit in the head by a yard dart once. That's maybe what's wrong with me, BT. BT. You know what? Those darts are something. We had a neighborhood person who had a sprinkler cap for the fire hydrant. You know, sometimes, but mostly was a mistake that happened. The city would rush and then turn it off. The water would flood the streets, and they didn't want that. Yeah. Might have the same problem. I think I broke it off in my head. Too much of it. Yeah. Jeb Jam, good morning. How you doing, Jeb Jam? Welcome to Ruth and Tom Philippine Adventures saying. That's what I said for days. Yeah, BT, lucky we're hard-headed, right? Lawn darts. Lawn jarts. Yeah. Now beanbags. Exactly. Now beanbags. You guys remember the Nerf? This came on after me, the Nerf. The Nerf balls and the Nerf sets. They had one that they came out with. It would actually shoot plastic. Plastic like hard BBs. And I can't remember the name of it. But that thing was dangerous, man. And then you talking about putting out, it's like a BB gun. And it would shoot about 20 feet, 10 feet, really good, 20 feet at the most. But if you're across the room in the house and that thing hitting at you and they put it on rapid fire, them BBs went everywhere. But the problem, my mother says, I can't believe I bought that stupid game. Because those little BBs are everywhere. And you step on one, you're going on the ground. They're BBs. They were round plastic pieces they were probably about that big. And you load them into a gun, and you put it on rapid fire. And it was a battery-powered thing. It was battery-powered. And it was like a little machine gun. You load that thing, you just put it. It'd load like in the chamber, I don't remember, 15 or 20. And it'd go, pew, 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 and you could just keep pulling the trigger like that. And then you load it again. Some had top load. They had ones bottom load. But I tell you what, I remember those. Rodney Gall, good morning. How you doing, Rodney? How is everything? How is your sailing going? You been sailing lately? Lawn jarts. Yeah, exactly. I remember those things. I remember getting hit with those things, too. I remember back in the day of just playing darts, just standard darts. And we had that. And we had the bouncy ball. You remember the bouncy ball where you get on it and it had a little handle on it and you bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce? We had that. And that bouncy ball was, it was nice. It was great for the person who's riding it. But the person in the house or person outside, they're riding that thing and you hear that bounce and bounce and bounce. It really kind of get on your nerves a little bit. And as a kid, I remember I had a set of darts. I took a dart through that thing and popped that ball. Well, all of a sudden, my baby brother started crying to Mom. Tom popped the ball. Boy, I tell you what, I couldn't sit down for a week. She got a hold of me, and she said, "You're going to fix that ball." I said, "Mom," she goes, "You're going to fix it. You're going to figure out how to fix that ball that you tore up. I paid money for that. And whether he's bouncing or not, it's his." So I said, "I know how to fix it. A tire repair kit." So I fixed it with a tire repair kit on my bike. And I used one of my patches on it, and I fixed it. And it's okay. I aired it back up again for him, so I made him happy. Boy, I was angry. But I didn't like that bouncy ball. Rodney Gall, good morning. Shot my sister in the eye with one of those. Tom, never seen that again. Gonna get.
You made that.
I tell you what, I did that too, man. I those things, those little BB things. I don't know who made that, and I don't remember the brand. I remember shooting it, and I remember they shot it at me more. I never even held the gun. Held that little plastic gun. But I tell you, get shot. Ruth don't even know what we're talking about. She's sitting there staring. What are we talking about, darling?
BB gun.
BB gun. Okay, yeah. BB gun. And darling, what did you?
Not BB gun.
Did you have a slingshot?
Yeah, I have.
Did you have a?
We are using. We cannot afford to buy like BB gun, so we are using the bamboo like long like this, but we use the newspaper with the water. That's our bullet like that.
Oh wow!
Sometimes it hurts.
Yeah, I tell you what. Where did you learn how to throw rocks? Huh?
What?
You're really good at throwing rocks. Where did you learn how to throw rocks?
Our toys before rock.
Well, where did you
Like
learn to be so precise with a rock or a slipper?
you go like this, you find a rock like flat
Yeah,
in the river, then
yeah.
you go
Skim
like
it.
that, then what's that contest like? If you let that rock run top of the water like this,
Yeah, and you count it.
yeah, how many waves did they
Did you
are
win?
doing that one?
You're really good at throwing rocks. You can hit me across the yard in a slipper. A slipper.
Yeah, don't try me.
I won't. But I seen you throw a slipper across the room and pop someone in the head, Papa in the head. How about though? But you were really good at throwing rocks. Where did you get that from?
Throwing rocks,
Did you do the
slipper.
same like in circle or something as a
Yeah.
kid? Like throw like this? She's really good at. Not saying she threw a rock at me, but I
We're
mean she's
using
good at
to
throwing.
the marbles,
We play
like
ball. That's the
that.
reason I know this.
Marbles like
Yeah.
that. Put so many marbles like form like what's that?
Pyramid.
Yeah, you hit that one with.
Oh.
So have line here, go there like that. Who can throw at that one? Then it's all you're the winner like that. So that's our game before.
I tell you what, they'd
But
love to play here.
They cannot do that now because they are sitting on the phone and play the game.
Play games, yeah. Horseshoes. Who was the winner at horseshoes? BT, how many can you play horseshoes? I know you can. How many people can play horseshoes? You take a set of horseshoes. Four. You put a stake in a yard over there. You put a stake right here. You got two people down there, or one person, or one or two here. You take that horseshoe, you throw it from there, and see if you can get that in that right as a ringer around that thing.
We did that one with the rubber band.
Rubber band?
Yeah, we're using for tie the hair band.
Oh yeah, tie hair tie. Yeah. Oh, so
it's dying at me.
So what do you think? So
then you use one rubber band to hit that one.
Yeah.
To hit the so many rubber band hung with the.
Yeah. Oh, hang
coconut.
on. Yeah, ours like where RR said in her room, right? We throw a horseshoe down there and see if we can do it. But the horses, do they shoe the horses here?
No, not really.
No, they don't shoe horses here.
Just walk the horse without shoes.
Yeah, they shoe flies.
That's the reason why our horse before get
problems on the hoof.
Of the what's that when
you got to trim them too. You don't trim them. You don't trim them hoofs. They get in trouble. Shot my sister in eye one of those times. Never seen that gun again. I understand that. When I was about 12, I used to shoot those Nerf footballs out of a homemade potato can and made it really strong. That's Bill Pruitt. Bill Pruitt is probably naughty little boy. I bet he was.
Our gun before is banana stalk, like banana leaves. You remove the leaves and form that like a gun, or you get the papaya and you get the bamboo like this big, and make like holes there, and then put banana there. It stinks.
Yeah, it stinks. We call it slingshot flips. Sling flips. Roller skates were popular, then skateboards took over for rollerblades. Exactly. You guys remember roller skating? I used to go roller skating every Friday night. I think it's Friday night roller skating. You paid $1 to get in, and it included your roller skates. And
you can balance.
Yeah, I can balance pretty good on roller skates. Well, they had 4 wheels. I could get on there pretty good. I was not really good at it though. There was always I wanted to go because they would have disco or some bands would play, in the center. Those balsa wood planes you put together, and some had rubber bands and propellers. Yeah, I remember that. I had those. You buy it's a plane made out of balsa wood. It's really light wood, and you kick a rubber band and run it. It had a propeller on it, and you'd fly it. It'd fly. Yeah, it's man, you could make a killing with those things over here. Balsa wood airplanes. Rodney Galt, 54 Fahrenheit, 12 Celsius. Oh, Rodney. Woo! 12. You're at 23. Woo!
I will wear 3 socks. three, two warmer clothes,
Uh,
three jacket,
yeah, 3 jackets. You're right. You're right. You should make your
and
own.
three blanket.
Careful, Tom. Ruth gave you a warning. You're amen to that one, man. I was bent down, ready for that one. I was ready for her to pop me one. Used to be real good at it, Tom BT. I tell you what, I bet you were. Now it's been beanbags called cornhole, and that was a bad word when I grew up. Exactly. Cornhole is a bad word to even say, right? Yeah, cornhole. I'll have to tell you what that is later. Cornhole is safer, Tom. Beanbag tossed through a hole on platform. Exactly. A lot of the restaurants and stuff had that as a game for the kids outside, and they would play that there in Florida, and they have that available where kids go up play, and they would play that, and they'd have a lot of those. People have so much fun with playing that beanbag game. Or beanbag game, the hole or the circle. Mikado, I remember crafting toy cars for Pinewood Derby when school in the U.S. Oh, man. Pinewood Derby cars. Derby cars. There's 2 or 3 different kinds. Derby cars was something, they would be small cars, about the size of my fist. Then they made bigger cars that you could actually get in. And you would go drive and no power other than going downhill. And who had the best car went. Lighter, some would put wings on them. I was lucky to find 4 wheels. We were so happy to find 4 wheels available.
Our cars before, like going slide.
Yeah.
Is the coconut
hulls?
Yeah.
Yeah. You made wheels out of those?
No, we would just ride on the top of that one.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
And sometimes sock, like rice sock.
Mm.
But all our shorts is for.
Your butt got scratched. I went down.
That slides is we put waters. It's
yeah.
so smooth.
I tell you what. You know what, Ruth? Some of these mountains you could do that here, but I'd hate to be at the bottom because you'd be going so fast, you'd be rolling, right? Huh? You'd be
too many scratch here.
Yeah.
And when go home. Spunking because the clothes is so dirty.
Tore up. Yeah.
And so dirty.
Yeah. And did you ever get a spanking for that one? No.
Because it's not the one.
I bet your B-boy did. I bet your B-boy did.
No,
he didn't. Oh, I bet your B-boy did. I remember crafting toy cars for Pinewood Derby. I tell you what, and they have the small cars. They do the same. They have them on tracks, or they have them on some type of board, or they have derby racing. Some of the tracks are really cool how they did the derby racing. I tell you what, you had to be really good craftsman on some of those. And man, they're painted. They painted them, Mama. Really beautiful colors. Yeah, cornhole used to be something you don't want done to you. Exactly. So tell us, you said they shoe flies. They call them shoe flies. Yeah, shoe fly. They don't have shoe fly pie, but they have shoe fly here. If you
slipper fly.
Slipper fly. If you go stand by that caribou too long, you'll be shooing flies. There's one out here in the yard out here, and there's flies out there, and I go, well, caribou's close. Cow, caribou. Yeah, he loves laying over here by my fence. I don't blame him. I would too. It's cooler. Shoe flies. First place, Ruth is shoes those flies. Let me tell you something, Mark King. Ruth can shoe those flies. Boy, she gets a fly in here. She's after it like as quick as she can get that fly. My sister does tournaments with those cornhole games. She transports her own every weekend on camping trips. Kevin Nash, it's really a big thing. Darts is a big thing too, man. I was not good at darts or any of that stuff. Sometimes I get lucky and win. It was luck, but it was more luck. Or pool. Nah, I'm not a pool shark. Not really ever played pool. Mine was always baseball or football or softball or slow pitch ball. With a really big ball. It was things like that. I was more of an outdoorsy kind of guy. Motorcycle, enduros, Hodakas. You guys remember Hodakas motorcycles? Hodakas, enduros, Yamaha. Hondas. I was
Honda, Kawasaki.
racing those as a kid. Man, we used to try to do that. I was not that good. My brother was the best. I'd get out there. And as many times I'd be rolling on the ground. Of course, we did not have no pads. There was no pads to cover our knees or our elbows. We didn't have any pads. We didn't have
Too
no
many
helmets.
scratch.
Yeah.
Back in the head.
Did we have helmets? No, we didn't even own a helmet. No helmets. We'd go ride them motorcycles down them mountains and do racing. Even the racing, even when we did racing back then on our motorcycles, there was no helmets. We just didn't have it. We couldn't afford it.
Cannot
Number one,
afford.
lucky to have the motorcycle still running. And it was a Peace Park motorcycle too. We figured it out. Sport, yeah, it's big money now. When I was young, Bill Pruitt was saying, 8, I used to think it was fun to catch rattlesnakes and throw to them coyote dens. Coyotes killed a lot of dogs and sheep in that area. Oh, man. I tell you what, coyotes can really ruin a relationship with your animals. It can really, I tell you what, we used to have them come up there and attack our horses. And coyotes, now why would a coyote attack a horse? They're little dogs.
Is the ugly one?
Yeah. And I don't know why, there was no benefit. I don't know.
Wants to eat.
Oh, I don't know how you eat a big old horse. I think it's more of a scare tactic than anything. But anyway, they used to do that. But I tell you what, who would win? The horse would win. Horse would win. We found a coyote or two knocked down, killed by a horse.
One kick.
Yeah, one kick with a horse got him. But I remember my daddy saying, "What in the world's going on with these coyotes all the time?" They play cards in the Philippines, poker and rummy. Yeah.
Too many here.
Too many cards. Yeah, card games, cards, checkers. They have a checker game. Their checkers is not played like our checkers. They have their game here, which is their game of checkers. You guys ever play checkers here? It's not like our checkers. Our checkers, you can move forward only until you get capped at the end, and king. Theirs is you can move this, there, this, that, and it's confusing for me to play it. But they're really good at checkers here because they've been playing it for years and years and years. Her father was really good at it, and her uncles are really good at it. I play them games.
Game.
That's the game. Have I won a game with them? No. Do I really want to win a game with them? I play to play, not to win. I play to enjoy it. Not to win. Our checkers are simpler. Yeah. Yeah, ours, the checkers, I used to play chess back in the day. How many guys used to play chess? And don't laugh. I imagine this. Don't laugh. I played checkers in high school. I was part of the checker team in high school. I played checkers. I mean, and chess. And I was not a lot better than I was. And when we did contests, but I played. And they let me play, so that's the only indoor sport I did. The other thing that I did that I wanted to do at the time when I was in high school was journalism. And I was a journalist on the school newspaper. I did that. Played baseball. And really active in the baseball. Baseball was my thing. That and track. And I was a short sprint runner. 50-yard dash type thing. I was like a small runner. They even had a soccer and things like that I played, but I was never really that good at that. What is the most fun you guys ever had with sport? What was everybody's sport? Or did you have a sport? You don't have to have a sport. Some are good at volleyball. Some are good at basketball, baseball, tennis, badminton. I'm telling you what. These people that play the badminton are really good over here. I'm not kidding you. They're good. Badminton, they're good. 2-man, 4-man teams. Oh, man, they're good. And they sling it across that net really fast. Filipino are really good at that game. Badminton. Badminton's good. Volleyball. Filipino are really good at volleyball. Oh, really good at volleyball. And their height doesn't deter them. They're fast. When it comes there on the court, they would be good. And you know what? We all know that our American team's really good at volleyball. But can you imagine? I love to see the Filipino play against the Americans. We have the height, may not have the speed. We have the height, but man, these people are they're fast. We're watching a game here on the University in Manila, and they're fast, really good. They were playing a team out of Taiwan, and of course, Philippines won. You know, they usually do win. By the way, um,
Coyote is open season year round.
are they open? Rodney is saying open season year round. Yeah, I check some. TD, I'm not good at checkers, but I love playing it, and I love to watch those who both felt like kids again. I'm just good at watching sports. I like watching sports. Never liked sports after grade school. I enjoyed girls and running around more than the team sports. Uh, Kevin, Kevin, I bet you did. Nothing wrong with that either, man. Nothing wrong with trying to play. I always used to try to play sports with the girls, but they never would let me play. And the boys could not play with the girls on any teams at all. And I used to try PE. You know, can I play volleyball with you guys? Coach be over yelling, "Nope, you cannot." Be a bunch of us, not just me. All of us would be over there trying to play volleyball. You know, do I, honey? Yeah, that's okay. Oh, it comes right back on. What it does, it cuts it off and then starts to stream over at that moment. So it's really cool. Never liked sports. uh, let's see. Drop frames is not that many though. Maybe are you on this internet? Okay, that's the reason why. Kevin Nash, good morning. Never liked sports either. Yeah, Kevin. BT, what was your sport? Did you have sports? Did you like to play sports? They had another one in school that they were doing was archery, bow and arrows, and people were pretty good at that. I had makeshift bow and arrow set that I made as a kid, and you know, tried that a lot, but I was never really good at that. I did. Now my brother was better at it than I was. But bow and arrows, they had archery. I have to tell you, in Arizona, they were so far advanced than other parts of the country. When I left Arizona and I ended up moving to Tennessee, I went to their school, of course. And their school was a lot different. In other words, when I got there, I had enough credits to graduate. And so all I had to do was take what was mandatory in school, and it required me to take 2 to 3 hours a day of school. So my high school year, I only went to school a few hours a day. I never did take that class because it had a swimming pool. They had archery, they had golf, they had chess, and you could take that as a PE. But you had requirement was you could be in PE, but you had to at least half the year PE and the other half in that other type. But PE running, you know, track and things like that, baseball, whatever the coach said to do that day. It's really basically running. We did a lot of running, you know, and that's one thing about us as kids. We always ran everywhere. You know, didn't you ever run everywhere? I didn't always have a bike. You know, I didn't get the bike till later on in the years. You know, uh, yeah, I enjoyed the girls, Kevin and Tom. Bill Pruitt, the closest I ever came to playing sports was dating a cheerleader. Did you ever date her? Yeah, cheerleaders are something that cheerleader. Yeah, you dated cheerleader. You were cool. You're cool.
You're
Yeah,
famous.
you're famous. Gotta go and take a nap. Be good. Thank you, Kevin Nash. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us today. Thank you, Kevin Nash. Thank you for. What was your? Did you? Were you really good at basketball? I can see you being good at basketball. She's good at baseball.
My elementary play baseball.
One of the things that I noticed with her in the beginning that you could actually, I threw something at her as like a piece of paper. She caught it. Huh? Never had a girl do that. So I threw another one. We had a little. It was like a little rubber ball, or I used to play a little bit, and we would all after dinner would always play catch in our house. Me, or and Ruth. Ruth catches the ball with one hand, and I says, "You'd be good at baseball." And so she's really good at sports. Or actually, her sisters are too. And we would play. We would throw the ball around, and that's what we did for 2, 3 years after dinner, instead of watching TV, which we didn't have a TV, we would throw the ball. And so we would throw the ball. I would get in one corner of the room, and they would get in one corner, and we would do that. We don't do that anymore. We lost our ball.
How
And
come there?
but no,
We
is it
have
that
so many ball, man.
the ball we have now? Knock your teeth out of your head. You miss it. It hits you in the head, knock you out. We don't want that ball. We want the Nerf ball that you could throw. We lost our Nerf ball. I think our art lost it. No, she didn't say anything, so she's not listening. Usually she listens.
She's using her earbud.
Oh, using the earpads. Oh, she heard it.
Yes,
I'm listening. Played under the bleachers. Touch and Feel was my co-ed sport. It's not sponsored by the school board. You know, he's underneath the bleachers. BT, you naughty boy, you. BT, you're at the shore. We call it under the boardwalk. Oh, BT, you're naughty. Here, hold that a minute. I fill up my cup. Hold the stream, Mama. Talk about something. What'd you guys do with sports here?
So many Chinese garter.
Chinese garter? What is that?
Like you play with one holding the rubber. Like
Yeah. Uh-huh.
garter.
Uh-huh.
Then you hold the one when somebody jump here until you will hide that one. They will jump that one.
Oh, okay. Okay, so they jump over the top of it. Okay.
That's very good
Exercise.
exercise because you will sweat a lot.
I didn't know what she's talking about. Chinese garter.
Chinese garter. Jump, jump, jump.
Jump, jump. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Chinese garter, Mama. You look like playing Chinese garter. I'm thinking, okay, it's like BT's game. Chinese garter. Now it's hot. Now it's too hot to drink.
Baseball. Here now it's baseball, football. They have already the football. Oh, soccer.
Soccer. They call that football here. Soccer.
Soccer. And what's that? Basketball.
Basketball. Volleyball. Badminton.
Mm-hmm. And swimming.
Swimming, yeah. There's get more and more swimming here now. Yeah, they're swimming. Our school had a really beautiful swimming pool there. The owner made a really nice pool there. So
what's that? Marathon, like
marathon running, yeah. Bicycling. I saw some people bicycling the other day. You know, the racing bicycling. So I guess we're going to be in the Olympics again or they're training for it. They're training for Olympics.
Sipak takraw, that one. So.
Yeah. What is it?
Sipak takraw, like a ball, but you with your knee. Like
oh yeah. In the head. Yeah.
Ping pong. That's sports here.
Ping pong, yeah. Ping pong. I play ping pong pretty good.
Checker is a sports now.
Checker, yeah.
Because they go for it.
You'll have to teach me the checkers, honey. Again.
If you're good in checker, you're good in math.
Yeah. Oh really? Yeah. You're pretty good at math.
No.
You are. What's 1 times 1?
3.
There you go. She's good at math. She added something up. But really, though, you know, checkers.
1 plus 1, 11.
11.
Joke.
But true. That's what ours says. I don't know. What is 1 plus 1? I don't know.
11.
Because there's no equal.
No equals. Okay. 1 times 1 equals 0. Don't know. But it's true, though. I've been testing our R, and I would go real quick. The quickest you could do 12 times 12. 12 times 14. And I'm teaching her that. So she has answers. And it makes her think. But when I ask her again, she has answers.
7 times 7.
Wait. Yeah. She's counting. What was it again?
Who can use this one for multiplication?
Yeah, show them how to do that, darling. How do you do that?
Like 7 times 7. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, right?
Yeah.
5, 6, 7. You get it together?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Then here is times.
Oh. So 4, and then 4 times 6.
No. 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, 40. Then this one times. 3 times 3 is 9. Like that.
Ah. What's 6 times 6? No, show me on your fingers.
Don't include 6.
No,
Because
6.
that's easy.
Okay.
36.
All right. What's
No, we
8
did
times
6.
8? 8 times 8.
Hmm?
All right.
How much is that? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,
60.
60.
And then the 4.
2 times 2, 4.
4. Yeah. Wow.
Like that.
That's how they do it here.
No,
No,
but that one is not advisable.
that one is not advisable. But that's how R
That's
does
only for the lazy person.
it. R. That's what R does. So instead of her doing that, we've been doing 4 times 6 and 9 times 9 and 8 times 8 and
They're
8
like
times 9.
9 times 9.
9. Okay.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 1 times 1. Like
Yeah.
that. 81. Like
Yeah. Oh. So what if 9 times 9 is 82? That wouldn't work.
that. Wrong.
Wrong. Okay. But I've been trying to teach her that, so she's not dependent
But
upon
it's
this.
better if you can memorize the multiplication
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
Like
Not everybody can do that though.
2 until 10, like that. It's easy for you to add up.
Kids now are not taught the basics back in the day, like time. It is now exactly 9:25 a.m. by that clock there. If I ask any child 12 and above to say what time it is, child under 18, they'll have to go 9:25. It's hard, and what it is they're not. It's something. Time is something. Is it time? Time is something here that is relevant, but
Not,
not really.
more important
Not
unless you have important event.
because school starts at 8, right? It may start at 8,
Yeah,
19.
This
8,
time because
before
it's
though.
online.
Before
But if you're
8:40.
late,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when said 7:15 is the plug ceremony, of course it's 7:15.
Yeah. But now, of course, now under this certain virtual schools, if it's 8, it's 8 because teacher will be on at 8. Now, R is having a problem with the teachers. It says 8. They may show up at 9,
They
8:30.
show up
Yeah, whenever.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So the teachers aren't doing, the students are on. They expect you to come on at that time. And so she only has 1 class a day till noon. And she's in there waiting for her teacher to come on. Is she waiting for a teacher now, or is it this afternoon?
Doing activity.
Okay. Okay. I see. Okay. Hello, Judy. BT is short. We call it boardwalk. There you go. Chinese garter is a sport, then I'm good at it. There you go. We call soccer football, too. Yeah, exactly. I call soccer abuse. Yeah. I'm related to spiders. Jeb Jam. Hello, Jeb Jam. How you doing, Mr. James? Good to see you, my good friend. How's Jebby and how's the wonderful babies? I actually tried out for a football team once in 8th grade, but never made the cut. I was much bigger and faster than the other kids. And when I freight trained, so when I broke their ribs. That's what happened, too. There's some guys really tough. When I played football, I mean, they're really tough, and they were a lot bigger than me and tougher than me. And I tell you what, they can put a hurting on you. And I would ask the coach, I said, man, these guys need to be playing the game, not putting it out on me and some of the other tackles, because I was a tackle. And I said, you know, come on, help me out here. Tom, junior high wrestling. Oh, man, I used to do that too. Pats and Seahawks, second quarter, Davil Don. I say Pats. You really Pats, huh? Hey, Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay? What's up with that? I didn't know that. Okay, Mark King says, Tom, junior high wrestling coach asked me to go out for wrestling. I said, no. He tried to bribe me saying I could have a cheerleader for a girlfriend. I told him I'm ready to go out with a head cheerleader. We did wrestling as a sport in PE, and the coach asked me, he said, you want to try it? I said, no, I do not, because it's a lot of work, lifting weights and everything. Football's enough. Got to go. Okay, see you. Well, you ain't going to start a stream. We have a stream, BT, are you? You wouldn't do that. That ain't right. T-Day, take care, BT. See you later. You wouldn't dare start a stream when you have a stream on, will you? So, Bill Pruitt, you know, a lot of times, too, when I was in school, my mother would say, okay, I need to know your schedule this week because I am tired of not knowing when you're coming home. And I said, Mom, every day we have practice, and we're supposed to get out by 5 o'clock and be home before dark. And if we're not home by dark, we get in trouble because at school, you should be home by dark. And so we would have practice from 3:30, and at 4:30 we would go shower and then get out of there and come home. Yeah, Tom, that is a true story, and there's more to that story than I told you here. Oh my goodness gracious, you probably married her. You probably ended up marrying her, Mark. Did you? Did you? A lot of times, you don't really realize that when you're going to school. And how about people would say wearing the team jerseys on Friday? You got a game, you wear the team jersey. Well, you know what? That was great and fantastic. But what if you weren't the guy that even had the team jersey? And so a lot of times I would not wear mine because I felt sad. The varsity jersey. I feel sad that not everybody had it. But that's me. Well, why didn't you wear your jersey? You're not for the team. We got a game tonight. No, I'm for the team. I'm for the team. It's just I felt bad for all the other ones. Tom, no, I did not marry her. Well, you probably dated her? No, I'm not even going to ask. I'm not even going to ask, Mark. But you know what's true, though? A lot of times that's what happens. You don't really realize that's what happens. Yeah, I didn't know. Bill Pruitt saying,
I didn't know how to play football. The coach just said, when the other teams get the ball, take them out. Go kick off and feel of unnecessary roughness. I did it. It was
you did? You
it's
did?
follow.
You know what, Bill Pruitt? You know what? It works. That's the thing, too. Our coach was kind of like, he was kind of a mean coach. Like, go take that guy out. He was really mean. He was really what? He chewed tobacco.
They will teach dirty.
Dirty, yeah.
Dirty game.
He'd be chewing tobacco, and he'd spit on the ground, and you see the chew coming down over here, and I'd say, Coach, you have chew coming down on your shirt and everything. Oh, it's all right. Don't worry about it. But he was tough. He's a big guy too. I had to look up at him, and I was 6 feet too. He's this big guy. But he would say, and I was a little guy. I only weighed 140 pounds, 50 pounds, soaking wet. But he would say, go take that guy out. I says, okay, why? But I did enjoy the sport aspect. I'm very, even to this day, I'm competitive. Don't you think? You think I'm competitive still? Somewhat, yeah. I'm competitive only, maybe not. Competitive only to a certain extent, right? But you know what? I can remember. How about I enjoyed rollerblading, roller skates, rollerblading, roller skating. They call it rollerblades. Remember rollerblades with the one wheels? But I enjoyed roller skating. I never was a rollerblader. I was never someone that could rollerblade. Rollerblading, honey, is where you have like wheels in the center of your shoe. It's like in the center. And you put those on and go roller. You had to have good balance. But it was like a boot.
I like shoes.
Yeah. Roller skating was like a shoes, or it was like clip-on. You clip them on. You guys remember the clip-on roller skates. I don't know if you guys remember that roller skating. But yeah, we did that too. My thing, though, back in the day, though, and I think Ruth can say this too, is when we grew up, I'm glad I grew up during that time. I was meant to grow up during that time. I don't know that I could grow up during this time. Judy, how you feel about that? Devil Don, how you guys feel? Could you grow up in this particular era? Gadget oriented. Because all it's going to be is it's going to be more focused onto the gadgets, internets, things like that, than they ever had. It's going to be really gadget oriented.
You can. I think if you go back to the old, it's impossible.
Yeah. To go back at
gadget,
that time.
yeah.
Yeah.
No gadget, no internet.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it
fun,
was good during my time. No internet. I didn't have to worry about gadgets. We played sports. It was not a bad thing. We always stayed pretty healthy. riding bikes. Uh, like I said, it kept us healthy. Mark King, that time was real. My girlfriend was head cheerleader at the time. I first met her. I didn't even know she was a cheerleader, let alone being the head cheerleader. I met her in arts class. How about baking? Home baking, homemaker. How many girls did you guys want to go to homemaking class? I never did sign up for it. You want to meet a girl? Sign up for homemaking.
What's that?
Homemaking, like baking. They teach girls how to bake, and the whole class is baking. They bring their own ingredients and learn how to cook. They have ovens in the schoolroom, and you cook and you bake and everything else, and you learn how to cook. Some of the guys took the class to get to know the girls. I can see Bill Pruitt doing that. Bill Pruitt, did you have what you did? Get to know the girls?
Just go for baking.
You just go for baking? Yeah? Yeah. I begged my parents for rollerblades, got them for Christmas, and broke my ankle. Then the next day, Bill.
Good Christmas gift.
I bet your father and mother really like that, right? Yeah. That happens a lot. Tom, you know what? That made me. I actually grew up a lot in sports. It made me grow up a lot. I was still immature, I was immature as a boy, and because I wasn't a man, and sports made me grow up. It taught me I cannot always have what I always want to have, and not everything. We're not gonna win every game. Uh, it taught me how to, uh, really kind of treat the other person too, because you're a team, and so you played as a team. If Joe was feeling bad, you had to pick up the slack for him. If the quarterback was not doing a good day, you had to pick up slack, and you got to get that ball away from that guy on the other side. So, but it's true. My girlfriend was a head cheerleader at the time. I first met her. I didn't even know she was a cheerleader. So you met her in art class. Good for you, man. I begged my parents for rollerblades. I can see that happening. Mark King, my mom made me go home making it. I had no choice. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. You know what? No, Mark, you had fun. That's all that matters. You had fun, right? Home, I was cooking and sewing. And you know what, though, Judy? It was a good class, though, right?
Me, when I was
Yeah.
in high school,
Yeah.
I do dressmaking.
Dressmaking? Yeah. You know what? Dressmaking is a good class.
Yeah. We make skirt like that.
Yeah.
Then when I'm done my high school, have free from the Department of Education, free dressmaking. Then once you go there, like scholarship, but they give you every time 50 pesos per day if you join. So I went and Miraluna. So for 3 months we made like formal suit
Yeah.
that we wear on graduation.
Yeah.
That's why I learned how to stitch.
Is that where you learn?
Then we went to CMU Muswan for dressmaking contest. So I get second.
You got second? Good for you. Good for you. And you know what? That expertise has really helped you in life, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's good. Like if have free how to say like free program from the government, then it's if you think that it's beneficial for you, just go and grab the opportunity. It's good though.
Mm.
Then when have after before I went to Hong Kong, I've been already in Dubai. And when I go home in school of PCC where Auntie teach, they have also a scholarship for what's that? Uh, like our housekeeping,
Yeah.
and still you will get 100 pesos per day when you go school. So I went school again
Oh, you did?
and get certificate. It's beneficial for me when I go abroad in Hong Kong because house you have to go for housekeeping. What's this? Training for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So since I had dressmaking already, it's not difficult for me to pass that training.
That's the thing. I mean, it got you ready for life. You don't really realize how important that is, and how you don't think that they're teaching you, but they are. They're teaching you some pretty neat stuff. Um, Rollerblades. My mom made me come home. You got me in the corner, Tom. Yes, I did that. I still made pretty good coffee cake. Nothing wrong with that, Bill Pratt. I'm going to tell you something. I would go to that class if I could, too. I took hairdressing and cosmetology in high school. We had 3 boys in our class. Wow.
Yeah, cosmetology
Yeah.
before, it's
Oh,
very,
big business, man.
yeah,
Whoa.
it's a lot of money, because even
Yeah.
if you're in the house, or you can do house service like that,
Yeah.
you can have still money.
Money. And you know what? It's always good. And not only what, look how much money she saved through the years of her babies, too.
Remember the what's that?
Savings, for not going to salons and everything else.
Before, it's very trending.
Yeah.
Women's work curl their hair every
Yeah.
every 3
Yeah. Yeah.
months,
Yeah.
and I remember my mom curl her hair like this, like
Mhm.
boyish, but they need to curl like that curl.
Your mama did that?
Yeah, they
Grandma did that?
pay. Yeah, they pay lots of money every. I think every 6 months she wants to,
Oh, really?
because curl like that.
Wow. Good for her. Grandma. You got me in the corner. I took hairdressing. I tell you, nothing wrong with taking hairdressing in school, cosmetology.
Cosmetology now is been
Big
trending
business.
for abroad. When you know how to
Do that.
manicure, pedicure, haircut,
Yeah.
you're set.
Yeah. T-Day, I prefer hairdressing over cosmetology. I tell you what, though, Ruth and I thank goodness that Ruth has a little bit of background in, cutting hair and things like that. It's really been beneficial for me. I used to get a haircut every 3-4 weeks. Now I get a haircut whenever she decides to cut it. And she'll cut it whatever it needs it, and then color it or whatever, and it saves me going down. Even though it's really inexpensive here,
It's only 25 pesos haircut.
Yeah, it's inexpensive here. It's less than $1. But and they give you a massage. You get a massage too. They shave you. They give you a massage your shoulders, your back, and everything. And they do a good job here. I have to say, you want a haircut. You want a haircut here. They really massage your head, your hair. Your head, your hair too. No, your shoulders, your arms, your hands. They actually give you a massage. The barbers here give you a massage, male or female. Some of the best barbers in the Philippines are female too. There's a female that goes where I used to go in the beginning. I went here before I even knew she could even cut here. I didn't know she could cut here. She goes, "Come out here one day." We didn't have scissors. Number one, she cut my hair with a pair of scissors off the kitchen cabinet one time. I said, "We need to buy you some scissors," and we did. And so we got a full barber kit now. She's got shavers and all kinds of stuff. And you know what? It's like anything else. You come to the Philippines, you're going to find that you need to buy a lot of this different stuff that you never thought you had to buy. I mean, we have that. I have a blood pressure machine over there that to keep up with all our blood pressures. We have all kinds of gadgets and stuff that you don't think that you need that we bought. Yeah, T-Day, she did cut my hair, and she did a really good job cutting it. I enjoy it. T-Day, I prefer the makeup aspect, but I did work for a few salons. You know what? Where'd you get your makeup experience? You did pretty good makeup.
Just watching video.
She'll do RR for like a pageant or something, or RR graduating. They did a thing for her pictorial that day.
United Nations here in Philippines, they have to contest on dress,
Yeah.
attire like that. Then you have to makeup. So I just learned how to apply makeup.
You do a good job with it, honey. I have to tell you, you do a really good job with it, and keep up. RR looks really beautiful. She looks beautiful anyway, but she makes her up. Boy, I tell you what, it's amazing how someone looks so much different than with makeup on that don't. I love natural, but That's just who I am, you know. Bell Pruitt, Tom, junior high and high school were confusing time. Everyone had one kind of girl they liked, but I liked them all. Amen. You know what? I had this.
I like them all.
Yeah, I liked them all too. I had this crush on this one girl. I did my very best to just please her no matter what. She's in a class of mine. She sat actually behind me, and she would tease me all the time. So, and I knew that she liked me, but she just never would go out with me. So finally, one day in class, and I'm sitting there, and she's pushing pencils in my back. You know, you can always tell when the girl likes you. Not the pencil in, but the rubber, the eraser in. And so she's just teasing me and writing on my back, hi and stuff like that. So one day I said, can we go on a date sometime for ice cream or something? No, my daddy won't let us go. You got to come ask. I said, well, forget it then. I ain't coming over there. She goes, really? I said, no, I ain't going over. Your daddy's big. I ain't going over there. She goes, no, really? She goes, if you let it where he could drop me off and then pick me up and have ice cream. So that was our first, last, and only date. Not because, it was just because I was into other stuff. And that was my 11th. I was in the 11th grade at that time. But it was funny how things are really different. Back in the day when I was going to school, all the girls had miniskirts on. It was a miniskirt time.
Yeah, before.
Before mini skirts, and I'm talking
They were-
mini
They
skirts.
will not wear shorts.
No.
Shorter panty.
Oh, mini panty. Well, I love the miniskirt time. I grew up in a miniskirt, and they were that and halter tops. And so I'd be in school.
It's back now, halter.
Yeah.
It's back.
And I would sit there. I have to tell you, as a boy, being a boy, I was in heaven. I was surrounded by girls. They did boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl, and I was always, I worked it out. I had girl, 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 girl. And so it worked out really good for me for that. And if I needed answers, I always sneak over there and get the answer off her test. But she was wrong a lot, though. I never got good grades in that class. I often wondered about that. I said, you're wrong a lot. You need to start answering these questions right. She laughed. She goes, I do it on purpose so you get bad grades. Christian, still here listening. Buy second gamer computers today. 1 for 1, my son. I will sell the same price as I bought 2 computers. Just small fixing. Okay, Christian, how much you want for it? I prefer the makeup aspect. T-Day says, I don't like that, Tom, when they do massage. I don't like that. When you go to the salon here, it tickles me. It doesn't bother me. Ruth, I get a haircut, but I don't get no massage unless she's hitting on me for something. Because I'm always teasing her. Or I'm always, as a man does, maybe hands, different parts of the body it shouldn't be. Daddy, we're outside. Neighbors. Look at her face. Ow! Ow! It's true, though. It's true. I'm always teasing her. I never stop teasing her. Never. One day, I snuck up last week. I snuck up on her over at the Blessing House. I was just standing there. I snuck up and stood right there, and she's doing something, and she looked up at me, and she looked up, and she did. You scared me, she says. Then she starts chasing me down with a stick. So, Christian, how much you want for that gamer? Bill Pruitt. Rose has a new thing. She likes to poke me in my stomach and hear me giggle. Like the Pillsbury Doughboy. I always say, stop tickling my fat. Ruth tickles me too. Sometimes, now R loves pulling my hair. Like hair on my arm or pulling my hair on my leg. But kids love rubbing my belly. All kids will come rub my belly. They see daddy there, they'll come rub my belly. I sold it for about $550 USD. Actually, that's a good deal on that, Christian. It's a gamer computer. My son, I will sell the same price as I bought 2 computers. just small fixing. I tell you what, that's a good price on that, Christian. $550 for a gamer computer is really good. Is it desktop? It's a desktop, right?
This stuff is good.
Yeah, it's a good price. Christian, your son will be happy. How old is he? He will really love that. He is 11. Yes, and Dad, I want a gamer computer, so I say, okay. Of course you do, Christian. Of course you do. You're a good daddy, and you know what? You're a good daddy. You know, that's the thing too. You don't really realize kids. They will appreciate it. They really will. They'll appreciate it. And you know, our anniversary's coming up, and I said, what do you want to do? So what we're going to do, we're just going to do some special things for our anniversary, you know, for us, whatever that is. And so 11 years old. That's actually a good age for that, gamers. Yeah. You know what? Christian? Do you limit?
Desktop or laptop?
Yeah, desktop or laptop. Do you limit his time on the computer? Do you say, okay, you're on until this time?
Yeah, and you have to
Do
control of
do you
sleep
take?
time, sleeping time.
Yeah, do you control that? Um, some do control it here, some don't. It's like it is anywhere else in the world.
Yes, desktop, not laptop. Ah.
Okay, not laptops, so desktop. That's a nice deal on that desktop. Desktop is really thing. We're streaming from my laptop with a Logi camera on top. You can stream from your phone. A lot of people ask me, what do you stream with? Phone. You can do it phone. You can do it laptop. We do it on this because I can control the internet. Huh? What brand? What brand, Christian? Ruth wants to know what brand. What brand is it? What is the maker of the desktop? T-Day, thank you for your kind words. Christian, so do you limit his time? Do you say, okay, you can only stay on until whatever time, you know? Or do you say, okay, well, we'll do this, we'll do that? So, for me, I put limits on that for a little one. You guys understand why? Because I should. I cannot let her.
Kids still need to have a good sleep.
Kids need good sleep. I always try to make sure that she is on her good bedtime, because if she doesn't have her, I want her to sleep and get plenty of rest. Kids, especially at 11, 12, on up till they're 18, they need that sleep. They need it younger too, but I saw you, Christian. If I remember, you saw the two big screens. Didn't your son ask, Daddy, I want those two big screens too? Yeah, it's not every day, and not no more than 3 hours, so at young age. Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right, good for you. Desktop is from a company. You only buy parts and put it together yourself, so it has no brand. Okay. So you just made it yourself. Nothing wrong with that. Not a thing wrong with that. Some of the best computers ever made was put together by someone because it has the best parts. You already know what to buy. See, if I could do that, I'd buy a Pi 4 Raspberry, and like Brother Hillbilly told me to buy. It was a Mark King or somebody, and I would do that, and Hillbilly, and I would do that and make my own. But I decided not to. I decided to just go ahead and just buy a laptop. That way, it's already set up in there, and I didn't have to worry about setting up all the other ports and monitors. But a Pi 4 is really nice. You can buy it for 50, 60 bucks. It's on desktop. It's its own desktop. And you just add the monitor to it and everything else. So I love those Pi 4s. If you guys, he turned me on to that, and I did not realize the power those Pi 4s have. You can get 4 gigabyte RAM, 8 gigabyte of RAM. I even think they got them at 16 now. And you can actually turn it into a gamer. It's really nice. So, all right, Mama. What do you say?
We say that.
Huh? Yeah? Yeah. What are we going to do today?
Laundry.
Laundry, huh?
I know, I done laundry.
You done laundry the other day, Nana? Mama?
I will clean.
You will clean? What you got to clean now?
Clean, plants, many things.
Oh, her plants. She loves her.
Tomorrow I have to go town to buy egg because tomorrow is the arrival for the eggs.
Can you believe they're out of eggs? They're out of eggs. How could you be out of eggs? There's thousands and thousands of dozen in there the other day on all these places. I mean, they got them stacked up on the floor all the way up. T-Day, Mikado. Let's see, Bill Pro. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, not every day. Bill Pro is saying, I built a liquid cooled dual processor gaming laptop for a friend a few years ago. Parts alone was over $1,200. Yeah, it's a good deal. I know it is. Well, if Christian made it, that's one thing about it. I trust him. So, yeah, it'd be a good deal on that. 500 is entry level. I'm 56, old gamer. My desktop cost me 4,000 built from parts. Mikado, I think what it is, he's selling for 550. I think he's got all the latest and greatest stuff on there. Mikado, what do you think of the Pi 4s? The 8 and the 16, 8 RAM. Oh, by the way, Christian, I still can't find the 24-hour live stream. Yeah, okay. T-Day, I have 2. Yeah, he has 2.
42 inches.
Yeah, as a start. Mikado, yes, buy it from a girl that did not know much about computers, but she needed money. I can do with no problem. I play Fortnite with it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, a lot of times we could do more stuff, but there's no need in it. I don't need all this all fancy stuff. I'm not. I have all I need. If I need something anymore here, I don't know what I would need. Lord's bless me, I have everything I need. We have one TV. That's enough. We have a laptop. That's enough. And RR has her laptop and desk, and that's enough. And Mama has her laptop. Which is RR is using, and that's enough because it gives them availability. They can do whatever they want, and it's a pretty nice one. I'm heading out. Bye, Tom. See you guys later soon. Bye, everyone.
Judy. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Judy. Yeah, we'll close the stream now. I want to thank everybody for coming on the stream today and spending their valuable time. Bye, Judy. Yeah, but we'll close the stream now. We've been on 2 hours. Actually, 2 hours and a half, but 2 hours now. Today, bye, Judy. We want to thank everybody for coming on the stream today and spending their valuable time. And thank you so much, T-Day and Christian, Mikado. I'm looking forward to getting a hold of the Nvidia's RXD 3090 later this week for about $1,500. Boy, it must be really a nice laptop. I mean, desktop. Yeah, it must be really a nice one, $1,500. Mikado must be really nice. Judy, thank you. Mikado, thank you. T-Day, thank you. Christian, thank you for coming on. Bill Pruitt, Mikado again, Bill Pruitt, Mark King, Mark Jones, Bill Pruitt, T-Day, Chi Torres, Judy Fisher,
Jack
Redmond, Kevin Ash, Devil Don, Mark King, Bill Pruitt, BT, thank you. Lagaya, thank you. Rodney Gall, thank you for coming on today, my good friend. Let's see who else came on a stream today that I don't want to miss anybody. Rodney Gall, and then Mikado Husaby, BT.
You're gonna go up now.
It stopped, didn't it? Mark King, Christian Martinson. Thank you. We really appreciate it. And I want to thank everybody for coming on today.
It's GB or 2GB.
Yeah.
I never pay retail price for anything. I love finding deals. Yeah. That's why I married an Ilocana.
I tell you what, Bill, I've been like that most of my life.
24 GB.
Oh, 24, Mikado. Oh, geez, Louise. 24. Wow.
That's very nice. 24
wow.
GB. That's big.
That's a nice setup. Wow, 24 gigabyte. Whoa, speed. Well, you know what? They're coming out with this stuff so fast now. That's a really good deal. Then $1,500 you get in that. I don't know what kind of hard drive you're getting. You're probably getting a solid state hard drive. Of course, these are solid state. This solid state are our solid state. Mommy's solid state. You got some nice stuff out now.
1.5 just for GPU.
Oh, for the GPU, huh? For the processor, huh?
So, no monitor.
Huh? Yeah, I know.
No monitor.
Well, he can put it on the TV. He put it on one of his big screens or something. Knowing him, he's probably got really a big screen set up there because he does Forex and everything else, so he can keep up with it. I tell you what, Mikado, I wish I had 1/10 of your knowledge about that. Just give me this much here. Yeah, knowledge on the trading and all the stuff he knows. He's writes software. He's a software writer too. So good for you, my friend. Good for you, you know.
Is that the one you're using for Trading.
Yeah, or he's doing Forex.
Oh, for
Yeah. You doing Forex for your trading, Makoto? What are you trading with? Forex?
31-inch 4K monitor.
Oh, 31-inch 4K. Oh!
Malawi. But Filipinos are known for being very
They are.
frugal.
They
Very
are.
good.
They are very good at knowing
Yeah.
that.
They go like bartering.
Yeah, they go bartering. They're very smart. Ruth does the same thing. Ruth won't buy retail. She may buy retail for something that she can't deal on. She knows she ain't gonna deal, but if she can deal, and she'll ask them, hey, 50 peso, whatever, and they do the same to her. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Can I buy a first reward?
Well, bye. I'll do the outro here. I want to thank everybody for coming on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's not it, is it? Where's my outro? There it is. Well, that ain't working, is it?
I don't know.
We want to thank everybody for coming on. God bless everybody. We'll see you
Bye.
guys next time. Thank you, guys. Thank you. God bless.